yard from the 34. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. First down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Goff throwing complete to Kupp. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Woods, the intended receiver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he works free. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Shamar Stephen gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, before the game, you and I were looking at the still undefeated teams in the league, and Detroit's technically won at 2-0-1, but let's look at the 3-0 teams. The Bills, Patriots, Chiefs, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, and Packers. I'm guessing if I ask you who would lose first, you might say Buffalo, because they play New England this weekend.
I think you're right about that, because that's what you look at. What's the schedule tell us? We know the 49ers are safe because they got an open week coming, so they should be okay on that one. But you would say Buffalo, even though they're at home, New England gets them. But as a wild card, putting them on upset alert, Green Bay on Thursday night with a desperate Philadelphia team coming in. You know, you've got to be really careful with that, despite the fact Green Bay's defense has been so impressive in the early going.
To throw it is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. That one 28 yards on the ground. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd down and goal. Goff. And it's caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. Swipe, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
We got this.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
I'll get him. Two. Check 20.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And this is Cook with a grab. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Hey, switch gears.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Goff now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Robert Woods, touchdown LA. Robert Woods, 82 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling or clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
54 Mike.
A first down throw for Cousins. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Quit talking about it.
A shotgun snap for Gone. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's all we.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 36.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now on 2nd and 13, Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more...
They've got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Cousins buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins, and complete right side to Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now it's gone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now gone. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Anthony Barr in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And